Hello friends, welcome to Data Gyan Academy. Today we are solving a key interview question, which is what's the difference between date add and date sin period in DAX. Now you should understand this. Both are used for time intelligence, but they work differently. And if you pick the wrong one, you will end with the wrong insights. So friends, we have a sample sales table and a calendar table. So this is a sales table and a calendar table. I have created this calendar table by putting this DAX, which is calendar equals to calendar into bracket date. You have to mention your date from when you want to start and when you want to end. Just press enter and you will get your calendar table. Then I have established a relationship between sales table and calendar table. Let me show you once again. I'll just delete this. So I have dragged the date of sales table to the date of calendar table, and I have established a one-to-one relationship between two tables. Now the relation is established between sales table and calendar table. Let us jump for the DAX formula. So we are back into report view. I'll just create a new measure. I'll call this measure as sales last month using date add. So first measure is for date add. We'll see how we can do this. So I'll click calculate, a simple expression of summing up the sales column because I want the total sales, comma. Then I will use date add function into filter part of calculate. Date add takes dates, number of intervals and interval. You can see here above dates, number of intervals and interval. So date, I want the date from calendar table, comma, number of intervals -1, comma, interval is month. I'll close the bracket, then press enter. Similarly, I will create one more measure using dates in period. I'll say sales last month using dates in period is equal to same calculate expression is sum of sales, comma. Now into filter part of calculate function, I'll use dates in period into it takes again different things. You can see here date, start date, number of intervals and then interval. So date same I want from calendar date, comma. Now I will use max as my function of calendar date, comma, -1 number of intervals, comma, into interval is month. Then I'll just close this bracket. Let me explain you once again what measures we have created just in brief. So I am taking my first measure which is using date add. So I have named the measure as sales last month date add is equal to calculate sum of sales because I want total sales. Then into filter part I have used date add function into which I have used calendar date because it takes three expressions. One is date, then interval, number of intervals and then interval. So first is date which is into calendar date, comma -1, which means it will go back by 1 month and then interval is month. Similarly, we have second measure using dates in period. So if you see here, sales last month using dates in period is equal to calculate same function as sum because I want the total sales, which is sales column, comma, dates in period. So if you see here, I have used calendar date. Similarly, then I have said as max of calendar date. Now max of calendar date goes back one full month. It doesn't care if some dates are missing. It calculates over a fixed range. So I have used max of calendar date because dates in period doesn't care about the dates which are missing. It calculates over fixed range. Again then going back 1 minus 1, which is 1 month interval, and then my interval is month. Now let us validate our measure. Let me create a line chart first. So this is a line chart. Into x-axis, I will pull date. And then into y-axis, I'll put the sales last month using DATEADD. Similarly, one more line chart. And on y-axis, I'll put sales last month using dates in period. Now you see here, dates in period, what it does, even if the dates are missing, it is plotting you graph. But on the other hand, if you see the dates are missing, the date add function will not plot the graph. This is the difference between date add and dates in period. Here is a power tip for you. Always test your DAX with missing data scenario. What works in one case can silently fail in another. If this is clear, your confusion between DATEADD and dates in period, give the video a like and hit subscribe. Next up, we are diving into YTD, QTD and MTD using real examples. Thank you.